All right, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to add a quiz and how to manually add questions to that quiz. So let's get started. Let's scroll again down to the bottom where we find Create Learning Activity and click on the green plus sign. Now we're going to choose Quiz. We're going to give our quiz a name, and I'm just going to call it Chapter 1 Quiz. On this quiz, there are a couple things that we need to take note of. Here, these are editing settings of the whole quiz, or the quiz as a whole. So we want to change our timing. We want to enable the date that it closes. This will be your due date. So if you want your due date to be in the future, you'll want to change that date and that time. It's just setting to whatever time it is right now, but we can change that. Again, remember, it is a military time, so one thing that I like to do is use 23:59 usually on my quizzes, and that makes it at 11:59 on that date. So just FYI, if that helps at all. The rest of the quiz settings, we're going to leave the same. So once we've done that, we're going to click Save and Return to Course. Now we get to go back into the quiz and add our questions. So we're going to click on the title of the quiz. It says no questions have been added yet. So now we're going to edit the quiz. This brings you to the page where you will add questions to your quiz. Here you can also choose the maximum grade for your quiz. So let's add a question. We're going to add a new question. This gives you the types of questions that you can see. If you click on one, it'll tell you the description of that question. One of the easiest ones to use is multiple choice, true and false, and it works really the same way. So let's use multiple choice. Click OK. The question name is simply just question 1, or you might have maybe you want to give it a category type name. So you might say question about first president, number 1. Or you might just call it number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. It's really up to you. A lot of times it is better to give that a little category there, so that you know when it gets into a big bank that you can kind of pick out which questions you want just by looking at the description. So we might put here in the question text, this is where your question goes. So who was the first president of the United States of, all right. Now I'm going to scroll on down. You can add general feedback here. Typically, I don't. This is something you could always go over later in a video for your students. General feedback would be simply, thank you for answering this question, or maybe some extra information if you so choose to put that there. Next, you'll scroll down to see the choices. You might put the first one, John Adams. And since that's not the answer, you're going to leave the grade none. And you might, if you're letting your students try again or you're wanting to give them additional feedback, here's where you put feedback in. If they were to choose John Adams, they would receive that feedback. Choice 2, I might put George Washington. Since that's the correct answer, I'm going to change the grade to 100%. And I could put correct here. Students would get that feedback. And in choice 3, I might put Thomas Jefferson. And again, leave that none. We know that's the incorrect answer. So let's say we don't have a choice 4. We're going to leave the rest of those blank. However, if you have more choices, you might add blanks for more choices. And you click Save Changes. Once you're done, you'll notice your president is there. Your question is there. And you just simply go through and add more questions. That's how you add a question manually to your quiz. Until next time.